Hi Aquarius, I hope you've been doing well. I was meditating on your energy and I feel like you are in a much quieter time than you normally are in. And I don't mean on the outside. Like on the outside, you're doing all the things as you normally do, but on the inside, I feel like you're really in an observational place of life. You're really observing the people that are in your life. You're really observing how they fit in your life. You're really paying close attention to who is around you at this time and learning them. I feel like you're really learning the people around you in a loving way and what this next chapter of your life is asking of you based on the people that are in your life. Four of Wands is the first card that came out, so a focus on the home or what you would want a home to look like for you. What does home mean to you? The Sun, children. What does the home and children mean for you? Do you want children? How do you feel about children? Oh my goodness, okay, look at this. You are really evaluating right now about love. Love, the home, and children. Like you are really taking, I want to put this nicely so you can see them all. You are really taking stock of what your future looks like, what you want it to look like, and who is around you, and if they're going to have that experience with you or not, if they want the same things as you or not. Okay? But the time is now. The Judgment card is out, and this is the time for you to be paying attention to that. Is everybody matching the same values as you? Are these people aligned with you in terms of what your futures want to look like? Do you want to live in the same place as this person? That's a really big thing. Living in the same place. Like, yeah, the chemistry is good and the chemistry is good and the compatibility is there, sorry. But do the physical things align on the outside? And I don't feel like this has to be stressful. It's just things that you're being asked to take a look at right now and determine if it's all aligning on the paper in front of you. Okay? Knight of Cups. So there really is somebody in your environment that is making an advance towards you and wanting to create something with you. But there are things that are keeping you worried or keeping you stuck in your mind about it. And this could be past experiences. This could definitely be past experiences. Or there is something intuitively that is holding you back or making you feel worried. Eight of Swords. There's something that you feel trapped about, but it's in your mind. Or you're worried that you're not going to see something properly. You're really worried about missing something, which can also be a defense mechanism. Could be like a self-sabotage thing. Seven of Pentacles, but you feel like you've worked really hard to get to the place that you're at. And you want to make sure that the person that you're trying to create with or the people that are in your life around you are also seeing the same value in the things that you care about and the things that are important to you, and understand how hard you have worked to come to this point, okay? Let's pull a card from here and see what the shadow side of this is. What is the shadow side? What is the shadow side that wants to come out at this time? World shadow, veiled desires are reawakening. Veiled desires. So I feel like yeah, it's like you're worrying if you and this person are sharing the same desires. You're worried about, maybe you have a desire that you're really worried to be honest about, or you have a concern that you're worried about being honest about. There's something that you're really thinking about and contemplating over, but it's okay, it's good. You have to have the conversation. Desire, realizing new pathways of becoming. So this is 2 cards from the shadow deck where desire is there and at the forefront. Are you both desiring the same things, or are your friends desiring the same things as you? The wounded adult, healing is feeling. So there's someone in your life right now that is really triggering the wounded parts of yourself. It's really activating your rejection, like being really scared of rejection, or being really scared of abandonment, or what is this person going to think of me if I bring this concern to them? How are they going to react? But it's way too much in the mind, because nothing can get resolved if it stays in your mind. It has to come out, it has to be said, because at the end of the day, this is part of your truth, and it is something that you desire or they desire, and the conversation has to be had. And the sooner you have the conversation, the sooner you can move to the next part of your relationship or experience, or the sooner you guys can go on to have a new experience with somebody else, if that's what makes sense, okay? I feel like Aquarius can really sit for a long time in their thoughts. Aquarius is a fixed sign, right? Soul name. Soul name. So this card is telling me that for one or more of you, you do share a child. You do have the possibility to share a child together, or you share children now. But the soul name card is telling me that there is something really beautiful that can be created between you and this person. But you have to have the appropriate conversations first. It's like a small example, but it's like you have the desire to name your child one name, and the other person, you have a strong feeling that they're not going to agree with you. So you're really scared to even bring it up because you don't want to be rejected, because that's the name you really, really want. You're too worried to explain to the person why this is a non-negotiable for you, or why this is something that you're set on. But the conversation has to be had, because what I want to remind you is that for one or more of you, it's not just you that's involved. There are other souls that are trying to come forward, that are trying to come through. There are baby souls that are trying to come through in a timely manner. So although you do have time to think about things, you also don't, because it's not just your timeline all the time. Yeah, you're trying to decide if you want to add to your soul tree or your family tree with this person. Divine animals and variants. Divine animals and variants. I feel like this has to do with how intuitive you feel like this person is, or this could have to do with how is this person around animals? How are they? Do they want animals? Like, maybe that's another thing. There's all these, this is what I mean. There's all these little questions that are happening, okay? Maybe having animals and pets is really important to you, and you're really scared that this person does not like animals or want pets. But having a pet is non-negotiable for you. Like, the compatibility is really good, the chemistry is really there, but you're worried and haven't had the conversation yet if this person wants to have kids, and having kids is a non-negotiable for you. Like, these are just conversations that you have to get out of the way sooner than later, and the later is now. the later time has arrived, and I feel like you feel that pressure building, but it's not going to do you any good by waiting around. There's, you know, I heard this once, and what it was that you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. Obviously within reason, right? But if this is really, really the right person for you, and you say, it's a non-negotiable for me to have kids, then a person that really, really loves you will at least think about that and talk with you about it, and be really respectful about it, and kind and compassionate, and try to find a middle ground, or try to find some sort of compromise, whatever that may be, right? Transpersonal. Resonating, yeah. Like you're really trying to find the middle ground and the resonance with this person. How do we make this work between us? How do we get things to flow better? Teachability. Is this person able to learn and be I don't want to say moldable, like we don't want to change people, but do you feel like this person can grow with you and learn with you? Or is it going to be really hard and rigid and tough? Is it going to take a lot of energy for you to bring this person with you and learn new things with you? Or are they going to be open and find it fun and exhilarating to learn and explore new things with you? That's another thing, like things can look really good on the outside, but on the inside, do you feel like it's easy to talk to this person about these things? Or do you feel like every single time you have a concern or a worry, it turns into a really big problem and a really big drawn out process? Because that's also really mentally exhausting. The possibility for union. So what you're going through right now can either, yeah, see, refusal of the call. What you're going through right now can either, and I think that this is what you're sensing, is this person going to refuse the call? I feel like you had a vision of how this was going to go, and you feel like your dream has been taken from you, or could be taken from you. And that's really frustrating. And I understand now here why the stress is there, right? It's like you see so much possibility here, but you're scared because you feel like once you start the conversation, the person might not align with how you feel or agree. And that would be really heartbreaking for you. That would feel really heartbreaking for you because, where is it here? Because of how much you feel like you've invested. 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. How much you've invested in yourself, how much you've invested in them. Because I feel like Aquarius, for a lot of you, you're ready for that next part of your life to begin. You're ready for that next chapter now. So I feel like you have to be non-negotiable about what it is that you're looking for and wanting in a home and a family. Excuse me. The only way for you to move forward is through honesty in this situation here. Because you don't want anybody in a situation with you that it doesn't want the same things, because they're just going to be resentful. They're not going to be happy. That's the thing. If the person is not for you, but you hide what you want, or you diminish what you want now, at some point it's going to come out later. So then you're just going to spend more time on this, and the conversation is going to happen later. Anyways, it's never not going to happen unless you decide to lie to yourself the entire time. But that's not fair to anybody either, right? So Aquarius, The possibility for union and for a beautiful home to be created is here. Okay, everything on the floor here and the cards that are out are pointing to this beautiful possibility. The energy is there, okay? The energy is right in front of you. But you cannot, I feel like I was with that deck and now I switched to this deck. That's interesting. But you cannot move forward until you have the necessary conversations that you need to have, and until you are honest about the desires that you have that are really important to you, that are non-negotiable for you. Okay? And stop being so scared about how this is going to turn out, because that is what your energy is giving. Your energy is giving very scared and nervous. Okay? But the right person, you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. Look at this. Holding space for love, non-judgment, discernment, and self-acceptance. You have to love yourself more than anybody else in this situation. Okay? You have to love yourself more first, and then you can have love for everybody else. But it's like you're holding so much space for this other person and worrying about them and their reaction that you're not worrying about your own inner feelings and your own inner desires. And what is the cost for you to not openly express those desires? Because the cost is great. The cost is great, and something like that can cost you years of time. Okay? Rise to the occasion. Capability, strength, authenticity, and free will. Everybody has their own free will. Be authentic about what you need. Be honest. And have faith that everybody has their own capability to make their decisions. And even if the situation feels challenging, it's okay, because you can navigate through it together if this is the person for you. Whoever is for you is going to navigate any challenge with you, beside you, holding your hand, and that's what you want. And I feel like that's what this is a test for. Whatever this challenge is that you're feeling, or this thing that you're having anxiety over, or struggling to bring forward in conversation, if this is really your person, it's only going to make you stronger together. It's only going to create even more of a bridge for union together, okay? Let me know down in the comments if this resonated for you. If there is another beautiful Aquarius in your life that you feel like can benefit from this message, please share it with them. And I'm wishing you the best of luck on this part of your journey. Be brave, love yourself the most, and be honest about what it is that you desire from your home life, because this is really where you thrive. Aquarius really needs a stable home and a stable environment, because everywhere else can feel very overstimulating for Aquarius. So the home is very, very important, and you need to be living with people and amongst people and in relationships with people that really nurture that peaceful state in the home with you. So you just want to make sure that everybody understands what that looks like, and if everybody wants the same thing, because that's fair for every person involved, right? Love you. Talk soon.